one of my videos. This one is on multiplication using the standard algorithm for both just regular numbers and numbers involving decimals. This should be review for 6th grade. You should have access to this worksheet. Also, I want you to try the problems first, and I also want you to estimate for each one of these before you do these. That'll help you know where to put the decimal. So let's go ahead and work through these first few problems, okay? So let's look at this first one here. So a good estimate on this first one, again, you can just make a quick estimate. I would say that's close to 500. We'll just leave that at 3, so we end up with 500 times 3. We know 3 times 5 is 15, so 3 times 500 would just be 1,500, so 1,500, okay? So you can use those strategies. We know our answer is going to be close to 1,500, okay? So let's go ahead and just multiply this one out. 3 times 5 is 15 using our standard algorithm. We put the 5 down here, carry the 1, then 3 times 7. We know that is 21 plus the 1 would be 22. And we carry that 2 up here. 3 times 4 is 12 plus the 2 would be 14. And we put the 14 down here. So we end up with 1,425 is what we get for that one. Okay, so just using that standard algorithm to multiply those together. Now this one, we have 2 digits by 2 digits. So a good estimate for this one. One thing we could just do is those are both close to 40. So we just end up with an estimate of 40 times 40, since I know 4 times 4 is 16, so 40 times 4 would be 160, so 40 times 40 would just be 1,600. So we know our answer is going to be close to 1,600. Okay, now let's go ahead and work our way through this. So we start with the 6 times 5, and that we know is 30. So we put the 0 here and carry our 3. Now 6 times 3 is 18 plus 3 would be 21. So we're going to put that right down here. Now it's good to cross off that 3. Know you've used it. Now we need to hold a place value in here because we're not timesing by 4. We're timesing by 40. So we put a place value in here. Some people put an X there. I like to put a 0 in there to remind me I'm timesing by 40. So 5 times 4 is really 40 times 5. We already put the 0 there, so we can just go 4 times 5. We know that that is 20. So we put another 0 in there. Put a 2 up here. 4 times 3 is 12, plus the 2 would be 14. So we're going to put those in there. Then we can just add those two parts together. 0, 1, 6, and 1. And that ends up pretty close to what we estimated it would be, 1,610. Okay, so using our standard algorithm, those don't have any decimals yet. Let's go ahead and look at the next couple here. Okay, so again, try these before you watch me do them. See if you can get them right, and if you get stuck, watch the video and see if you can get through these. So again, we're just going to follow. Let's do our estimate first. I would just say one like this. It's for our estimate. Good one would be 900 times 40. So I know 4 times 9 is 36. So we're just going to have the 3 zeros after it there. So 36,000. So make sure, again, using just the zeros there, we can just place the zeros there because it's just multiplying by tens or hundreds. Then we can go ahead and use our standard algorithm. So 3 times 6 is 18. So we put down the 8, carry the 1 up here. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So 3 times 9 is 27. Go ahead and cross off that 1. Remember I used it. Okay, so now we got to place a 0 here because we're multiplying by 40, not by 4. 4 times 6 is 24, so we put the 4 down here. Carry our 2. And some of you might do this a little bit different, might carry the 2 different places. However you do it, just make sure you know how to do these. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, so we put down the 0. Carry the 1 up here. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 1 would be 37. And put that down here. Okay, and then we just add those together. So we end up with 8. 4 plus 7, that is 11. Carry that 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. 7 plus 2 is 9. And 3. So, I mean, we said 36,000. We have 39,818. So we're fairly close. We're off a little bit, but again, we just rounded it down, so we expected it to be above that. Since we rounded both numbers down, we knew our answer would be larger than that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this next one now. This one, a good estimate for this one, I would just go for times 9. Since I rounded this down, 9, I just left that. I know my answer is going to be a little bit bigger than, it's going to be bigger than 36. So we know it's going to be bigger than 36. So now, what we can do, if you want to put the decimal in there, you can or don't have to put the decimal in there. A lot of times what I'll do, I won't even start it like that. What I will do is I'll just multiply now without even worrying about the decimals. I'll just use integers. So I have 423 times 9. I like to do that because then I don't have to worry about the decimal, and we're just going to multiply those together because those are the integers we're multiplying together. So 9 times 3 is 27. So put down our 7, carry the 2. 9 times 2 is 18, 19, 20. So we end up with 0 here, carry 2. 9 times 4 is 36, plus the 2 would be 38. Then we look at this and say, where can I put that decimal to get it close to 36? The only place I could put it is right there. Would be the only place I could put it to make it close to 36. If I put it there, 3.8 is not close to it, and 380.7 is not close to it. So the only place that makes it close to 36 is putting the decimal right there. There actually is a strategy that you can develop, and we'll work on. If there's 2 decimal places in what you're multiplying, your decimal is going to be moved over 2 places. Okay, so let's look at our next one here. Again, try these before you do this. So let's look at our last couple here. And if you don't get these, you're going to get some practice with cons, so it's okay. But let's look at a good estimate here. So I would say, let's just look at this one's close to 3, that one's close to 4. So I'm going to estimate that, I'll leave that first one at 4. 4 times, around that one up to 3. So I know my answer is going to be somewhere close to 12. 4 times 3, so I know my answer is going to be close to 12. Now let's just multiply the digits together without worrying about the decimals. So 7 times 4 is 28. Put down the 8, carry the 2. 7 times 4 is 28, plus the 2 would be 30. Okay, use that 2. So now we need to put a placeholder in here, put our 0 in there because we're multiplying by 20, not by 2. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 4 is 8 again. Then we need to add those together. We end up with 8, 8, and then 3 plus 8 is 11. We go up here to our estimate. The only place we can put that in there that would be close to 12 would be right there. That's the only place we can put our decimal that would make it close to 12. If we put it here, 1 and 188 thousandths is not close to 12, or 118 and 8 tenths is not close to 12. So the only place that makes sense is right there. And if we look right here, there was 2 places after our decimals and what we multiplied, and so that decimal came over 2 places. So there's our correlation there. Okay. So again, estimate, because that's going to help you out with these. Let's go ahead and look at this one right here. Okay. So let's say that's close to 7, isn't it? So our estimate, we'll just say that's going to be 7. That's close to 5. So we're going to end up with 7 times 5. So we know our answer is going to be close to 35. When you get good with these, you can just do the estimates in your head and just know what it is and then multiply those digits together. So 681 times 49 so we got 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 8 is 72. So we put down the 2, carry the 7. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus the 7 would be 61. 61. Okay. Cross off that 7. No, we've used it now. Okay. Now we got to put our 0 in here for the placeholder because we are multiplying by 40, not by 4. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 8 is 32, so we put down the 2, carry our 3 up here. 4 times 6 is 24, plus the 3 would be 27. Now, we're going to add those together. So we end up with 9, 6, 3, 6 plus 7 is 13, carry our 1, and we go back here. The only place we can put our decimal in there to make it close to 35 is right after the 33, so 33 and 369 thousandths. That's the only place that would make that even close to 35. If we put it there, 3 is not close to 35. 333 is not close to 35. And again, if we go up here, how many places did we have? We had 2 there, 1 there. So that means that should move over 3 places, which is what it did. Okay. So that's where you can figure out where your decimal goes. I like using the estimation to figure out where it goes because it helps me avoid mistakes. So good luck with these. Let me know if you have any questions. If you need any more help, we'll be working on some Con and some IXL lessons with these. So have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye.